Deep in the heart of a dense forest, there lay an abandoned mansion known as Ravenwood Manor. It stood weathered and decrepit, its windows shattered, and its once grand facade now a haunting silhouette against the moonlit sky. Few dared to venture near, for the mansion was said to be cursed, its halls haunted by the tormented souls of its former inhabitants. Legend had it that the mansion's owner, a wealthy aristocrat named Lord Harrington, had made a pact with dark forces in exchange for eternal wealth and power. But the price of his greed was steep, and soon Ravenwood Manor became a house of horrors, where madness reigned and nightmares prowled the halls. One stormy night, a group of foolish teenagers decided to explore Ravenwood Manor, lured by tales of its dark past and the promise of adventure. Armed with flashlights and brave faces, they crossed the threshold into the mansion's shadowy interior, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. As they ventured deeper into the mansion's labyrinthine corridors, they were greeted by the sound of creaking floorboards and whispered voices that seemed to emanate from the walls themselves. Shadows danced in the flickering candlelight, and the air was thick with a palpable sense of dread. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading down into the depths of the mansion, its entrance obscured by layers of dust and decay. With trepidation, they descended into the darkness, their footsteps echoing ominously against the cold stone walls. But as they reached the bottom of the staircase, they were greeted by a sight that chilled them to the bone. Before them stood a room bathed in an eerie red glow, its walls adorned with sinister symbols and arcane runes. At the center of the room lay an ancient tome, bound in human flesh and pulsating with dark energy. With a sense of foreboding, the teenagers approached the tome, their hands trembling as they reached out to touch its cursed pages. But as they made contact, a deafening roar echoed through the chamber, and the room was consumed by darkness. When the darkness lifted, the teenagers found themselves trapped in a nightmare realm, where reality twisted and warped at every turn. They were tormented by visions of their deepest fears and darkest desires, forced to confront the sins of their past and the horrors that lurked within their own minds. As the night wore on, the teenagers fought desperately to escape the clutches of Ravenwood Manor. But the mansion's grip on their souls grew stronger with each passing moment. And as the first light of dawn broke through the storm clouds, Ravenwood Manor disappeared into the mist, its secrets buried once more beneath the forest's tangled embrace. And so, the legend of Ravenwood Manor lived on, a cautionary tale of the dangers of delving too deep into the darkness, lest one become consumed by the horrors that lurk within.